Hi everyone, my classmates and I will talk about master's degrees and PhD courses in translation studies in Portugal. Out of 11 master degrees, we will talk about 3 in translation studies, and out of 5 PhDs, we will talk about 1. The first master's degree we will talk about is the translation studies in Nova University, in Faculdade de Ciências Sociais e Humanas. These are some informations about the course. It opened on August 2020. It has 30 vacancies. The tuition fees are 1,200 euros per year for national students and 2,500 euros per year for foreign students. To complete the master's, the student must complete a total of 93 credits, in which 33 are for the dissertation, internship with a final report, or a project work. The student will choose which one he wants to do. The course is in Portuguese, and if everything goes smoothly, it will last 3 semesters. Students are expected to acquire skills such as gain knowledge about the scientific research, acquire technical skills to conceive innovative research, and to be ready to identify complex issues regarding translation studies. Students can choose one of these 4 possible areas of expertise: French, German, English, and Spanish. As I said earlier, the student must complete a total of 93 ECTs, in which 33 are for the dissertation, internship, or project, and the remaining credits are for these classes: translation studies, history and theory of translation, comparative linguistics, and these 3 are 10 credits each and are mandatory for all areas of expertise. Then we have information technologies for translation, scientific translation, technical translation, literary translation, and pragmatic translation, which are all 6 credits, and these will be taught for the specific area of expertise. From what I've read, these classes seem to be 50-50, so half theoretical and half practical.
Now we're talking about the master's degree course at Faculdade de Letras. The master's degree has a total of vacancies of 35. The tuition fees are 1,200 a year plus the application fee and the registration and school insurance. This amount is the same for both national and foreign students. The course has a total of 120 credits, 96 of which are in mandatory courses, and the 24 left are in optional courses. For the mandatory courses, full allows you to take 2 paths. So you choose one. You either have a path with the seminars and a dissertation, or one with an internship and a final report. So this is the program for the translation course. The 96 credits that I was talking about earlier are all in the scientific field of translation. Full offered in translation practice in 3 domains. You have literary translation, audiovisual translation, and scientific and technical text translation. They're all for different starting languages. Other scientific fields include tradutology, technologies of translation, linguistics, or any other that full offers. So, professional opportunities. At the end of this course, you are supposed to have the tools to practice the profession of a translator, obviously, and also specializing in areas of fields, for example, in the scientific and technical text translation, or the audiovisual translation like subtitles, or literary translation. Also, you should be able to go to areas of research like theory and translation methodologies or translation technologies.
So I'm going to be talking about the master's degree in Universidade Católica in its Department of Faculdade de Ciências Humanas. It is taught in Portuguese. It has an after-hour schedule, so it goes from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And it gives its students access to MemSource, which is a software for translation. To get in, it's pretty simple. You just have to have an undergraduate degree and you have to ace your interview with one of the coordinators. Here you can see the ECTs that you have to take. In the first semester, you have a more of a theoretical approach in which you have translation and canon, translation and creativity, world of literature, narrative and culture, and an optional, and I didn't find any options that they offer. In the second semester, it's more of a hands-on approach in which you will do some workshops in the field, in legal fields, economic, audiovisual, and literary. In the third and fourth semester, you will have a research seminar given by Ana Maria Abrantes, and you can choose to do a dissertation, an internship, or a project in those 2 semesters. In terms of tuitions, you have 3 phases to enter. If you enter in early bird phase, which goes from the 22nd of February to the 26th of March, you pay 120 euros. In the first phase, which goes from 13th of April to the 14th of May, you pay 140. And in the second phase of application, which goes from 27th of May to the 2nd of July, you pay 180 euros. You also have to pay a registration fee, which is 365 euros. The total for the first year comes to 4,110 euros. And the second year, you have to pay 3,120 euros, and then subsequent annual registration, which is 285 euros. When you conclude this course, you hopefully will get a job in one of these fields. You have translation, you have government relationship, business relationships, and international relationships. Here we have a comparison between these 3 courses. You can see the tuition fees, the number of vacancies, total number of credits, which ones you can choose dissertation or internships, and the pre-requirements for all 3 of them. Now we will talk about our PhD in Translation Studies. PhD stands for Doctor of Philosophy, for those that don't know. And the PhD we want to be talking about is the PhD in Translation Studies, which initially was given by these 3 universities, but now only Universidade Nova and Universidade Católica have this PhD. It has an annual tuition of 2,750 euros and an application fee of 120.
Talking about selection and ranking criteria. For candidates with a master's degree, the criteria to join this PhD is 40% for master's academic grades, 20% for academic, scientific, and professional curriculum, 25% for the interview, and 15% for the motivation letter. However, for students without a master's degree, the universities give the same importance for the curriculum as they do to the bachelor's degree or a legal equivalent. Then the interview and the motivation are the same as for the students with a master's degree.
You have a table of the total of credits. So in the 3 years, the first semester, you'll have a translation studies, which is 12 credits, and history of translation also 12, and you can do an optional. Second semester, we also will be able to do an optional entity theory of translation, which is 12 credits as well. In the third and fourth semester, you have a research seminar and a thesis, although in the third semester, the research seminar is worth more credits than in the fourth. And finally, fifth and sixth semester, you will also have a thesis that is worth more than the third and fourth semester. So thank you for listening, and we hope our presentation was somehow helpful for those who were thinking in pursuing translation after the undergraduate course. And for those who don't know yet, we hope we have caught your attention and to go and learn more about the different courses in Portugal. We also have some links available at the end of the PowerPoint presentation that we think it might be helpful for you to research more about it.